All right, a little backwards. I just got done filming this knife, and you can see how beautiful it is. This is just after using it, and I mean using it. I got so excited to take this thing out and use it, I absolutely forgot in my intro to go over the specs. So before this video gets started, just let me tell you this is the dbad Wild West Bowie. It is 16.5 inches overall length, 11-inch blade, 5160 steel, 8 millimeters thick. It is thick. It is 2 3/8 inches at the widest point. True full tang and da. But those are the measurements. Stay tuned for this. This knife it's awesome. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie all day. Holy Moses. KHHI and dbad have come together again for something magnificent. Look at how the guard curls down and the sheath is cut around it rather than just leaving a notch. They cut around to make it look really, really nice. Speaking of the sheath, all black leather, beautiful with the orange stitching, double snap. You have not just your belt loop right here, big belt loop so you can fit it through any belt, but you also have an attachment loop there, and you have a leg loop there. You can wear this upside down, sideways, anywhere you want, any way you want. It is riveted on as far as the belt loop, and it is riveted closed at the top, and it is beautiful. And it smells good. It smells good. But let's check this thing out. Oh, my friends, this is the dbad Wild West Bowie. You will notice it's a pretty familiar pattern. And the reason is because it's been done for decades. I mean, everybody and their mother who owns a forge or does blades has done one of these. Most notably and most famous, I even have one right there and right there, pretty much. Most famously was this one. This was my Grail knife. This is the Case XX Bowie, and it is magnificent. So you'll notice one of the things, or a couple of things that separate what I have to a lot of the others, and I'll even show you with the cold steel version. The inner grip on this one is a little small. I have to turn the knife in there to make it comfortable, and it works. It's a great knife. It's just phenomenal. One of the things that has been common with the pattern, or two of the things that have been really common with this pattern, is a guard that is not welded on. It is press fit. This one happens to be done really well. The cold steel and many others not so very well. Another thing is you'll see where the clip comes in. It is a clip point. You'll see this little round right here. Some of them have it a little bit more pronounced. Some of them, I think, like the cold steel, are almost straight, more of a modified clip. And then what they do is you have a start here where it's going to be more narrow here than it is here. You want a belly. The problem is with a lot of them, they make the belly kind of thin out before it gets to the tip. So therefore, you're lacking in the front of the knife where you're going to be hitting it a lot. And then most of them are going to be swedged, which is great for penetration. But overall strength, it's not going to be as strong as the tip as something that is not swedged. Grail knife. And I thought to myself, if I have a Grail knife, how can I make it better? And that's what I did. I reached out or really kind of pressed myself to design it better. This is the cold steel one. Obviously, I modified the hell out of it. This, I re-glued down. The whole thing bent and twisted all over the place. And then I re-glued it, and then the glue just broke off from using it. But obviously, it didn't come with a fully contoured grip. It was very square. It was awful. One of the things I do not like about this one, this area right here is way too fat for the belly. There's barely any pronunciation throughout here, and that's kind of sad. They do have a little bit more of a clip, which is really nice. And the clip is obviously good for back cuts and things like that. But again, you have this right here. And then you have that. Not that. I did all that. But it's like a toy compared to my design. The Kukri House, K-H-H-I Nepal, has absolutely killed it. This thing is a beast. The first thing you're going to notice is the clip. The clip is very well pronounced. The grind is even all the way through. You've got that beautiful convex edge going all the way around. The tip, it's just thick. It's thick as a brick. The guard is welded on, and it's underpronounced. These guys, most of them, you're going to have a big T guard, or you're going to have that big S guard, and that's what came on the cold steel, and I needed to shave that down because in a modern day, you're not having the need for a blade catch or anything like that. It's ridiculous in this point of time because people aren't out there on the frontier having giant knife fights. You know what I mean? It's just not happening. So the guard for me was a way to keep my hand from going that way, and I wanted it to just look nice. Having this is enough of a blade catch to where if you really got into a scrap with somebody with a blade and you guys came together and boom, that blade, it's going to catch right before it hits the hand. It's going to catch right before it hits the finger. Now, with this one, you'll notice I came all the way around with that. And what this does, when you put your finger in there with this little knob, it literally locks your hand into position, which is phenomenal. Another thing you're going to notice is the inner grip. The inner grip is better. It's not just different, it's better. The micarta is house-made micarta at KHHI. They do it all. Then they grind it down and they make it just right. The contouring is perfect. Unlike the cold steel that came pretty much almost squared edges, this one is contoured the way it's supposed to be. The guard is small, so it fits the hand without getting in the way. If I bring the knife around, I'm not getting the guard jabbed in the back of my hand like you get when you have the bigger guards. I used a traditional kukri marking on here because I wanted to represent the maker, which is right here. Okay, they have such a beautiful logo. I love their logo, and I kind of love that logo too. So this is it's just awesome. Another thing I did with the grip, you'll notice that it is pinned in 3 places. I left a lanyard hole open in there, and I did right here, I left it round, but then I went to 2 angles, and the angles are great for downward hitting. You put your thumb on this flat spot, and it doesn't, oh, my thumb doesn't work. A regular thumb is going to do that. And it is super, super comfortable. That is crazy comfortable. And with this style of Bowie, it's something you do not see. They always keep them round, round, and round and round and round you go. If you look at the Cisco version or all the Frost Cutlery versions, the whitetails and all those, they're all round. I wanted a better grip for multi-positional grabbing. But this is, it's a banger. It's a banger. So we're just going to go out and we're just going to absolutely hit with it. Come on. Getting this thing out in the Arizona sunshine, you really, really get to take it all in. It is like our teepee tent. Had to turn you guys around. It is awesome. It's a big, heavy, nasty knife. Remember, all Bowies are fighting knives first, but then it also has to be some kind of survival blade. And when it comes to survival, pretty much on the plains, what you're going to need is you're going to need to be able to cut meat. That'll cut meat. You're going to need to be able to get a fire and build a shelter. So you're going to need to be able to chop and process wood. That's the main object of survival when you are out in the frontier, out in the plains. Gosh, that's nice. And this will do it. And aside from that, it's just self-defense. You know what I mean? They fought against wild other people, or just bad people on their own, people that are out to rob and steal and do all kinds of nasty stuff. There's a lot of bad people out there, you know, especially in the Old West. There's a ton of crooked behaviors, and well, this pretty much got rid of all of that. it would end it in one swoop. Damn dog trying to eat my tripod leg. All right, so first thing I want to do, I just want to hit with it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this and we're gonna hit. But before we hit, we have to. Perfect day for a Wild West. We want to at least check it out. Oh yeah, it's gonna fall apart. Let's see. This is a curved piece of wood, so I'm having a hard time getting it. But once you do, get that thing started. Now I know I'm going to be able to process wood for fire. I don't even know if I'm in the shot the whole way, but let's try and get something that I can actually bring really close. So a piece a little too thin probably, but tight little curls. Golly, that is nice. So even with a giant knife, you can do all this really sweet finesse work and get all these little curls together. That way, when you do need to light a fire, it's going to be absolutely easy to process the wood that you need to process. It's going to be super easy. But we just want to hit. We need to hit. All right, so let's start here. I'm gonna take this piece and just try and make some short work of it. That was easy. The dog is gonna love that. All right, so now we got a nice, remember, this is Arizona wood. This stuff is dry and hard. It is really, really hard. Let's see. That is super, super easy. That big convex edge is just gonna suck it all in. This isn't made to be your paper cutting knife. This is convex. This is a big, nasty, take it all type of edge. And that's what we're gonna try and do with it. We're just gonna try and beat it. We're gonna beat the hell out of it and just make sure it just keeps on clicking. Now, if anybody's worried about the tree, first of all, I don't care. It's mine. Second of all, this one's dead and it's unrooted and it fell, so I need to take it down anyway. So for all the tree crybabies out there, this one's already dead and I didn't do it. It's just raining wood. Oh my goodness. So what I want to do is I want to hit a back cut with this tip here. And you can see, I don't know if you can see, you're pretty far away. This cut right here, that's with a simple hack down. That is crazy. So with this nice curvy area, if you are in a position where you had to knife fight, coming back, that right there, hitting this, it would just eat right through it. I mean, that would be terrible if you were on the receiving end. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, it's like an axe. Oh, I just had a piece of wood flip back and hit me in the lip. Wow. Wow, those are backhands. Now Scabber over at Choir Boys Outdoors, if you're not sub, has the best backhand in the business, without a doubt. But This knife will give anybody the power. Anybody the power to backswing like Scabber. Oh. Oh my gosh, it's literally like a hatchet in knife form. This thing is wild. Wow, what a chunk. Getting all these pieces on my head. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Look at the size of the chunks coming out of this. This thing is ridiculous. Holy Moses. Just an idea. This is like hitting this tree is like hitting stone. This big convex edge doesn't even realize it started working yet. And the grip is so secure because it's that micarta. Even if I'm starting to sweat, which I am, it's holding on. Wow. That was a big chunk. So was that. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is crazy. Watch out, dog. Oh, I'm gonna try offhand. Oh, it's so easy. Because of that big belly, it's so easy to control that even the offhand, I'm hitting my exact spots. Oh, watch out, dog. Holy crap. Look at that. This is some hard stuff. This thing is awesome. Holy crap. I'll tell you what. You know those old Reese's peanut butter commercials? Reese's peanut butter cups? You get like Dracula sinks his fangs into a peanut butter cup and sucks the inside out, and they say there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. When dbad and KHHI come together, there's no wrong way to make a knife. This thing is awesome. This is an absolute hammer. Holy crap. I mean, you can feel it. It's like a tricep workout. Oh, I'll tell you what, if you need that knife, that when you go out camping or hiking, if you need that knife where you need to make a shelter or you need to make fire, got sticks in my head, and you need to literally knock down some stuff, this right here, this is your knife. Holy crap. And it's just big and awesome. It's just big and awesome. So I had 2 Grail knives my whole life when it came to fixed blades. The Wild West Bowie, like the case, and the Musso Bowie, right? The Jim Bowie. And this is the second of the 2 I've had done, and now I have both of my Grail knives done better than the originals. Stronger, beefier, more ready for the hand. Wood in my mouth. This is just, I literally have wood chips in my mouth. This is incredible. This is incredible. Holy crap. The Kukri House, KHHI. You have got to be kidding me. This knife is freaking amazing. All right, I'm gonna go clean it off and stare at it a little bit more. That's it for this one. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.